You gotta love technology. Let's try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's Wednesday. I'm Doug, your wedding officiant, and it helps when you turn the mic on. That would be my stage tip number one for you. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome to engagement. I'm gonna play it again. I just love the smooth stylings of can elevator music. You just can't get enough of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Doug Robbins. I am a celebrant, wedding officiant, all things wedding, pretty much. I'm not going to make your cake. I'm not going to make your dress, but pretty much everything I'll say, I can either direct you or talk to you about. I am a wedding officiant and celebrant, and I do have a show called Engagement, and that is by design and not by coincidence, because here at Engagement, we talk about basically whatever tickles my fancy. So some days it's talking about drinks or food or talking to some phenomenal people, which there are a lot of. And right now it's our series, which is all about weddings. So wedding pros that you should say yes to. Last year we did a wedding pro masterclass series. To kick it off, we've talked to decorators, designers, we've talked to DJs, we've talked to all kinds of professionals, gift registries and cake makers, and on and on and on. And this is our last of the series for this month, and it's been an exciting month. Great people to talk to. This time we're going to be talking about what I call wedding wagons. So we're in the season of people having wagons, whether it's a photo booth wagon or a cozy can that has, your little sit down spot or your little lounge area, or maybe it's your bar that rolls up to your backyard beach or a barn party. Or maybe it's your food, because it's got to get there somehow. So I put together a few people. Unfortunately, one of them couldn't be here tonight, which was Dog Days Barbecue, which is one of our newest ones in this area. But we've got some other great ones to talk to, and we want to get right to it. So for me, or as I like to say, for me, I like to make sure we have a libation. When you show up, it makes people a little more comfortable. I've given you tips on other things that make people a little more relaxed when they show up at your wedding. And let's face it, they should be relaxed at your wedding. It is a wedding, not a funeral, and it should be fun. And that's what I specialize in. So, having a libation, whether it's before the service or after the service or between the service and the reception or during the reception, people tend to want to have a libation. Maybe it's a hot day and maybe that's lemonade without alcohol, or maybe with, depending on, your crowd. But something that can refresh them, keep them hydrated. Nobody wants anyone, you don't want Aunt Florence falling down and passing out because of the vapors, right? So I've got a really cool new wagon coming down here to talk to us right now. And you may have received or seen this here on my social, which is a wedding punch. And I've asked you to, maybe get the ingredients and make it and sip along with me. So if you are sipping along with me, just, put a little heart out there, or make a little tag, or make a comment, because Dougie likes to sip a little bit once in a while. So I reached out to a company here in town called the Lanes, Craig Lane and his family. They have a bar keeping service and a beverage service. So there's a difference there. So Memory Lane is new to the area. They've got a really sharp looking wagon, and I got Craig in the wagon today, who's going to come on and we're going to have a little talk. And Craig, are you there?
Hey Doug, how you doing?
Hey, look at all that galvanized steel behind you.
Yeah, so thanks for having us on today.
Happy to do
we
so.
really appreciate it.
So you are out in the wagon, which I was.
I am in the wagon,
because
in fact, I see we're getting a little bit of feedback with the lights. How's that? A little better?
A little better.
Oh, that's even worse.
Good under any light, but
So yeah, let's try that. I think
there
that's
we go.
better.
Oh yeah.
There you go. So yeah, we're in the wagon today, and we got a few friends who just happened to stop by for a little bit of a refreshment today.
A little sippy. They came for a little sippy.
Yeah. As you had posted, our wedding punch is new this year for us, and kind of a concoction of my wife and I. And we were giving out some free samples today for some of them to try.
Well, I happen to be one of those people that got a free sample, and I've got it right here. It's all very pretty with its little pineapple and beautiful little maraschino cherries. I'm going to give it a go. This is a non-alcoholic drink, correct?
Yes. So you are right. It is a non-alcoholic version, and it's not really sweet, but it's beautiful for the summertime coming up, and it's a great option for your guests and your wedding or your event that prefer a non-alcoholic version.
Absolutely. I mean, you want to have something to keep them hydrated. As I said earlier, we don't want Uncle John falling down because he's gotten overheated, and we want to make sure that there's something to sip on that is also kid friendly, right? Because the kids can have this. There's no alcohol in here, and it makes a really nice, refreshing drink for them. And it's pretty. It is not too sweet. You're absolutely right. It's just the right amount of sweetness. Maybe you're watching your sugar intake. Maybe too much sugar gives you a bit of a headache the next day. That happens to me, but typically it's because there's booze in it.
It's awesome for us diabetics too.
There you go. You see. So tell us about your service. What do you do? How does this happen? What about your team? Tell me all that.
Okay, so what happened, Doug, is about 6 years ago, my wife and I had a trip over to Europe, and we were in Prague, and Prague has one of the largest outdoor markets in the summer and the winter, and we just happened to be there at April time at Easter, and these were everywhere there. They call them gin bars over there. They're specifically either gin bars or they're coffee bars, and my wife had this idea that, hey, that would be something awesome at home. And that's my son, who's one of the bartenders in the back there, Gavin.
Gavin.
But anyways, we thought it would be great at home. We come home, did some research. Took us a couple of years to find the specific type of trailer that we have. We rebuilt it, and then we started last year with going around and doing weddings and special events and things like that. But we did set it up for events, not just weddings. We set it up so that we could do beverage service without alcohol, as well as alcoholic beverage services at weddings and corporate functions and things like that.
Perfect. So yes, I mean, I've said this, I think at every broadcast I've done around weddings, these happen to be about, a wedding event. Take the word wedding out and put anything else in there, and it's an event. And if you have an event that you need to have bar service there that can come in and take off the worry for you, this is definitely the place to go. Because again, it could be a corporate event, it could be a wedding event, it could be a funeral. I hope there's a bar at my funeral. So you roll up and open bar for everybody. So yeah, it's just, let's not think inside the box. Let's think outside that, because it's an event. We happen to talk about weddings for the most part, but substitute it out and it can be whatever type of event with a bar of your choice. So you have a staff that will take care of this, that are Smart Serve certified, so you don't have to worry about that responsibility of people driving home a little tipsy.
Yeah, so exactly. We have quite a large staff. We have some that are been with us right from the get-go, and then we have some new ones. But we can do events from 20 people up to, we're doing some larger events this summer that'll have our whole bartending staff there, probably 15 of us, as well as security staff, ticket takers, all that as well. So we are capable of doing quite a lot. If you want to take a look, we'll just have my daughter pan around. Some of the people that are here with us today are just guests that have just stopped by for a little bit of a libation, and some of them do work for us. So you can see that some of them are out here enjoying their refreshments. So
I love it. Yes. Well, and libation is the right word, right? I believe in having a libation station, and you your libation stations on wheels, and it rolls in and it makes everybody happy. So Gavin's in the back. Gavin is a tall guy. He's not short.
Yeah, Gavin's about almost 6 feet tall. So he, as like with all children, they've outgrown their children or their fathers.
Their parents, yes.
My daughter, who also serves, is taller than Gavin, and she stands up in this as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so, and there's quite a bit of headroom. And we've got the full-on bar off to the side. As you can see, we got a slushy machine in the back. We have a kegerator. We've got all the fridges. So when we roll up, we can pretty much do anything.
Now, I happen to have a second drink here. I want you to make it for the people and tell us what's in it. Tell us what it is.
Okay, so the second drink that we made was it's still the wedding punch that you have the recipe with. So, but only we use mango rum.
Oh yeah,
the Malibu mango rum, and it adds a nice flavor to it. It's not overpowering, and in the summer, it's going to be a killer. In those hot days, this is going to be something you're not even going to feel till you stand up.
So I have it here with the mango rum in it, and let's give it a go. I cannot lie. I think I like it better with booze.
It is good. I will say that.
It is very smooth. It is very good. Now, when it comes to bar service, I'm assuming you do all. Like if people wanted to have, I know there's a beer taps in the back over there. I'm assuming you do your typical bar well. So tell me about that as well.
Yeah, so we offer basically 3 types of service. We offer a beer and wine service, what we call our basic service. So those are the type of somebody's getting married at night and they're just having a quick get together after the wedding or whatever. That type of service where they're just offering beer and wine. We offer what we call our normal our normal bar service, which is your normal spirits with beer and wine included. So your gin and tonics, your whiskey, whiskey and rye or whiskey and water and that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then we have the full-on enhanced service. And the enhanced service is all the previous services along with the slushy machine. We provide 3 specialized cocktails. We provide 2 specialized shooters. We also turn around and have a mocktail option for the guests. And we also have all of our services include coffee station, water station. In some instances, we customize any one of the 3 to also include the wedding punch if they want. And if you're going to an event, we also carry about 14 yard games that we have. We have a popcorn machine that we pull in here, a commercial popcorn machine. We have hot chocolate as well in the winter. So we pretty much cover it all.
Oh, that is really cool. I didn't know about the games and that. That is a really cool idea because a lot of weddings between the service and happy hour or the reception, they want to have lawn games for people to play while they go have a photo. So I mean, you bring it all and popcorn and the whole run. So that is extremely efficient because you're getting a lot for that, and it's a lot less work for the couple to have to delegate that to a friend or a family member, because sometimes we over delegate those things to friends and family. Talk to me about specialized like signature cocktails. You'll do that as well?
So when somebody goes with an enhanced bar service, we have a cocktail menu from the American Bartenders Association with roughly about 100 cocktails on it. And if somebody chooses to use one of those cocktails, we will customize them for them for their event. If after looking at that 100 list, there's something like we have a wedding coming up where somebody wanted a Betty Davis, and the Betty Davis isn't actually on the list. Mm-hmm. So we're customizing that drink to their liking so that it's available to them. Our service is all inclusive. So when we say all inclusive, we bring everything other than the alcohol, which has to be purchased by the person holding the event. They have to get their SOP permit and they purchase their alcohol. We bring everything else: glasses, cups, all the mixes, all the spices if they require spices, ice, all of that is there. So Perfect. They don't have to worry about a single thing other than buying their booze, and we're there for them.
Perfect. Now I want to show some pictures because people can't see what the wagon looks like, and it's quite cute. So I've got some pictures I pulled off your site. There it is. So it's
so yeah, this is the outside, and we have it set up. As you can see, there's a door open out the back and a door open off the front and the side. So we have the ability to serve off of three out of the four sides.
That's cool. No lineup.
Yeah, on our large events, we have a 10x10 platform that fits on the tongue of the trailer, which has corrugated sides similar to what the doors look like. Mm-hmm. And they'll go around the sides of it like I want to say a fence, but with a serving bar on the top of it. And then our sponsors will turn around and put their 10x10 tent over top of it. So that gives a shaded area, and we have a serving trough that we put within that 10x10 area as well.
Mm-hmm. Good. Here's another one with Gavin in the window there. With you can plainly see him. Makes for a great photo op as well for the couple, or a moment away from everyone else if they want to have a nice little intimate moment together to have a drink or a champagne or a toast by themselves.
And as you can see, Doug, on that last photo, we have no branding on our trailer, and that's actually purposely done because of this situation. Many of the couples we talked to as we were building this wanted to have pictures like this without the branding in there. So our branding is removable so that they can have these pictures, and we're not offended at all. We just want to make sure that the brides and grooms get what they want when they turn around and look for those types of photos.
Absolutely. And because we talked about events as well, I've got a photo here of an event you guys are out at.
And, we were at the Oktoberfest last year. Yeah.
Papa. Yes.
Yeah. And so
go ahead.
That was an awesome event. They asked us to come in, and this is goes on to your point earlier. They were serving alcohol, but they wanted to have an inclusive event for the families and everything. So we come in and serve slushies and pop and water. And some hot chocolate for the kids and that. But it's funny, they came out with the 3-berry beer, and it seemed to really go well with the concoction my wife made with slushy.
Oh, there you
go. so it went over like gangbusters. So it was a good event for us, yeah.
Neat. And then here's one of your cocktail cards that your VIP lime mocktail. So it's great to be able to offer that to everyone, so that you're not no peer pressure to drink up, right?
Yeah, and we find that when we go to weddings, a lot of the guests want, or a lot of the brides and grooms, or even events, they want their guests to be a part of the event, and just pop and water sometimes doesn't cut it. This makes it a little bit more festive for those people who want a non-alcoholic version.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna let you guys mix up the slushy that I'm gonna try in a few minutes, and we're gonna go over and talk to Brittany from the Chilled Cork about some catering and some food that they do there. So hang tight, have a drink, and just hang out. We'll be back.
Okay, we'll see you soon.
We've got next. We've got Brittany. Brittany is from the Chilled Cork, and a great location for your catering. I know people think that if you go to the Chilled Cork, everything is basically is there. They go out. They'll come to you, and I've been to a few weddings where they've been there. So I want to bring in Brittany and have her back on the show. Hey, Brittany. How are you? Are you there?
I think we just got too. I think we got shock ups in here.
I can't hear you, Brittany. Slightly, maybe a little bit. That better? All right. I'm going to talk about you while you do that, okay? So the Chilled Cork, which is one of the gems downtown, I was doing a wedding in someone's backyard. During COVID, I did more weddings in backyards, barns, and beaches because that was where people could get married with COVID and with restrictions. So I was doing a really fun. Most of my weddings are fun. I try to make them fun, but this one was a lot of fun, and it was under a tent in a backyard here in town, and the couple had the Chilled Cork there, and the team were there, and I look over and I see this. They're making pizzas, and they're just slinging pizzas in and out of this pizza oven that's portable. Making food, making it look delicious, making it incredible. And I thought, wow, that's a great idea. So, Brittany, are you there?
Yes, I'm connected from my phone now. Is that better?
There we go. You want to turn it? Can you turn it sideways or no?
Sure can.
There we go. Look, we can see all you now.
We're in business.
There you go. See?
Sorry about that.
Well, that's okay. Welcome. I mean,
Thank
technical
you.
problems, right? If we've heard people say once you're muted, we've said it a million times, right? So
especially over the past couple of years.
Oh
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
So welcome. I was just talking about the wedding that happened on Paxton last year that I was at, and how you guys were slinging pizzas out of this portable pizza oven that I showed. And this is the picture. This is one of your chefs.
Yeah, so this is Chef Russell. So he comes highly requested now for a lot of our offsite weddings that we do. He's known as the man behind the grill. And also at that wedding, we were doing the pizzas. I think we had tacos, sliders. There was all kinds of stuff at that wedding.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys have a food truck, or your food truck is getting ready for its debut. Well, I'll show you the poster that's out right now for the Chilled Cork food truck, and you can hire the food truck to come to your venue, to come to your event. So it rolls up and the food rolls out, and everyone is happy, and then when they're done, it rolls away. Do you want to tell us how that came to be and a bit more about it?
Yeah, well, we just realized with all of the offsite catering stuff that we're doing, how can we be more efficient when we pull up to these events? That way we're not lugging deep fryers every time, or different equipment that it takes to execute the food service that we're looking to do offsite. So the food trucks allows us to do everything we would basically serve off the Chilled Cork restaurant menu. We can do out of the truck. So it's equipped with deep fryers, hot boxes, fridges, you name it. And even this coming summer, we're doing a wedding where it's not your traditional food truck food per se that you might see us doing at festivals. We're doing more of like our ravioli and perch baskets. So different food items that you might see in the restaurant, but on the road. So we're super excited for that.
Well, the great thing about that is that you can bring, the deep fat fryer, and you can, be up and serving quickly, because I mean, to put that on a wagon and bring it to a backyard and then fill it with the oil and wait for it to heat up, and you got to clean that up afterwards, and right, and you're venting the smell away from people. So it's definitely the way to go.
Exactly.
People don't realize until they've done it. There's enough stress at a wedding as there is. Right, you've got photographers telling you where to go and what to do, and you've got your hairdresser. Things can go sideways really quickly. The last thing you want to worry about is the food. When you finally get to stop and relax and enjoy the meal, because sometimes a lot of couples, they haven't eaten all day.
No.
I tell all of my couples that they can't be intoxicated for the service. It's actually against the law. It doesn't make it binding. So I tell them, if you're going to have those 12 mimosas, at least have a couple of strawberries, right?
Mix in a couple, yeah.
Have something, maybe a wrap or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's the first time they get to sit down and actually eat, and it's their first meal as a husband and wife.
Mm-hmm.
So you want it to be special. You want it to be memorable. I mean, when you hire your team, they come in, they do a great job, and they make it memorable and they make it great. Yeah. I have some great pictures that you provided me that I love, because you guys do more than just show up with the food. You actually make everything look pretty. So I want to show you this one here.
Okay.
So this is someone's house.
Yeah. So we actually have like an in-house chef special. So where we do just small parties, and it's like a chef tasting. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the time the client will give us the liberty of working with chef to prepare said menu. And we kind of show up almost as like a surprise with the menus already printed. We set the table and then away we go. So you have the other photo of chef actually in the residential kitchen preparing the food behind the scenes. Yeah, there's Chef Lundy. So that's some of the things, for a special occasion. If you want it to be intimate with your family and friends, and you just want to be in the comfort of your home, there's that option that we can come to you.
And I think that's right. There's a lot of comfort in your own home, right?
Yeah.
You may not want to have to deal with, all of the cooking and the preparation and I mean, it's back breaking work for a lot of people. So you can relax, you can look calm, cool, and collected when your guests arrive.
Yeah.
And you're not running around screaming because someone came 20 minutes early and you're not dressed yet because you're still working on the entree.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to go.
You're still being entertained in your own home, right?
Yeah.
Which is
and this is cool perfect concept for really small weddings, which we're doing so many of right now, that they want something that's very, very small. Mm-hmm. They may have had a budget for 100 people, but it's now reduced to like 15 or 20 or so. And they still want to spend that budget, but they just want to take it up a notch and have, the higher end food and the service, and the higher absolutely. End, champagne or cocktails. So, are you seeing a lot of that too?
We are, couples who are splurging in other areas that they may have, put on the back burner originally, but the smaller numbers opens up different options for them, right? Because still in your mind, you kind of budget that price, and that's kind of your bottom line all the way through. So when numbers are modified, obviously less people, less cost for other things, and so you can fit in different areas. And I always ask couples too, is like, have you thought much about your budget in terms of where your interest lies? Because some couples will want to splurge on the entertainment factor and maybe do a live band and a DJ versus that 4-course meal or specialty dessert table. So all couples have different priorities and what's important to them on their day. So it's always an important question to ask.
Yeah, not every wedding is the same. I mean, that's where we specialize in. So that picture of the chef, I believe this is what he was creating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we did oysters. I think another part of the menu was scallops as well. So really those higher end items, which we don't serve on our Chilled Cork menu. So that would be like a specially customized menu that would have been done by the chef.
Yeah. And then here's another, I believe this is also a custom.
Yeah, so that might have been the starter or maybe even a mousse bouche to come out during the courses. But yeah, just a little something.
I just love saying mousse bouche, by the way. It
is right? Nice, isn't it? It makes you feel a little fancy.
Yeah. Yeah. So weddings are incredibly busy this year. Incredibly busy.
Yes,
I have had more people trying to date. There's certain dates this year, like September 24th is one of the busiest days for weddings. August 13th, July, I think it's the 9th. People are getting married left, right, and center. How are you guys managing? Like, could you? I mean, I can do up to 5 weddings in a day. You have the venue and the ability and the staff and a truck to be in multiple places. How many weddings can you guys actually do in a day now?
So we're growing immensely, and kind of we use our discretion on busy days. So us too, we we're doing our in-house weddings. We're also catering at the Armory. And then we're also usually taking an off-site. So 3 is kind of our, okay, we need to consider all options here. So if we receive a new inquiry, just gathering more information from that couple as to what is it that you're looking to offer on your wedding day. If it's just some appetizers or it's a buffet, then we can kind of see, okay, how many staff do we need to go to that event? Do we need a chef on site? Do we have access to said chef? So we're trying to grow our team so that we don't have to even ask ourselves those questions. But at this time, we don't ever want to jeopardize the service that we're offering to the client. So we just always make sure to ask those questions ahead of time, right. So that we can make sure we're upholding our service standard. But of course, too, like I said, the truck makes it really easy because you can have a 1-man band or 2-man band in there slinging dinner and a couple team members, but it's having the whole kitchen there on site, which makes a world of difference.
Absolutely. Speaking of slinging, I'm going to see if the bar
I don't know why that word came out.
Right. Gavin, my man. How's it going, Gavin?
How's it going?
Good. Gavin, Brittany, Gavin. I don't know if you guys ever met before.
Hi.
Did you make that last drink, the slushy, for us?
This one?
Yeah. Okay. Look, it's half gone already. Good for you.
I was going to say, sits there.
I have it here as well. And what's in yours, alcohol-wise?
I got the same thing you got. I got the mango Malibu in here.
Oh.
It's good, isn't it?
It's like the afternoon at the beach.
It's kind of like, it kind of feels to me like Jamaica.
Yes, yeah, I've been to Jamaica.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it tastes like
tropical.
that. Yeah. Very tropical.
You're gonna have to back your trailer into Doug's driveway.
Oh, I know where they live.
The great thing about it is that it moves, so that's perfect.
There you go.
I'm gonna put a GPS locator on it so I know where to find them.
Sorry about that.
Hey, no worries. We're talking about you and drinking your stuff, so it was good.
There you go.
So guys, I always do a little tip. So I want you to hang on while I do a little intro to a wedding tip. I've been doing one every week, and this week will be no different. So hang on, here we go.
Black linens from.
So every week I give a tip that I think is important for brides and grooms, and this week is no different. So I've told you before that have someone there to make sure that you have music, a DJ, not Uncle Norm with a little ghetto blaster. Have someone who's qualified with a PA system to play music. It makes people more relaxed. So my tip for that, on the flip side for today, what I do in my home, if you come to my home and you're here for a dinner party, one of the first things I'm going to do is offer you a drink. Whether it's alcoholic or not, people feel more comfortable when they have a drink in their hand. They're a little more relaxed. If there happens to be a libation in it, they're a little more relaxed. And you don't know what that person has gone through that day, or your guests have gone through. They may have had a fight in the car on the way over to the wedding or your event or to your home. Or their kids could have been just a real bugger before they left, or maybe their hair didn't curl the way it's supposed to. I mean, I fight with my hair every day in the mirror trying to get it just right. So when they have that, and I'm sure you both all agree, they just tend to relax a little bit more. And like I said, I always say to couples, this is a wedding, not a funeral, so it should be more relaxed. It should be a little more at ease. It's still very important. You're taking a vow. You're making a promise, but you can still be a little more relaxed. I'm not saying wasted, because that's not going to work, but a little more relaxed. So offer your couples, your friends, your guests something to drink. And I've said before, hire a professional. That was one of the other tips I had said a few weeks back. Get a professional to come in so that you don't have to worry about it, because you can't be everything. You can't do your own hair, make your own bouquet, bake your own cake, be your own bartender, be your own DJ. You can't. It's your wedding day. You should be able to just enjoy the day. You're going to have enough demands as it is. So get the right professionals to help you. So do you guys have any tips? I know, Brittany, you're seasoned like I am. You probably have a million of them.
No, I agree with what you said. Hire the professionals, because at some point it's just going to get to be too much, and then you're not going to enjoy your favorite part of it, and that's the day of. One tip and one thing I'm super excited for is Craig and his team, that we're going to kind of try to be a duo now, where it's, they can offer the bar services and we can pull up in the food truck. So hopefully we'll be seeing each other a lot more at events. That's super exciting. And yeah, just for couples to explore the different vendors, right? To take advantage of the wedding shows and having those conversations to really make sure who fits your personality, because there's so many. It is a diversified, the wedding industry is very diversified, so you can find the right people to fit within your wedding day. So that would be kind of to add on what you said is, yes, hire the professionals, but hire the right professionals for you.
One that matches your personality with what your vision for your day. Absolutely. Craig and team, do you guys have anything you want to, any pro tips?
Doug, we agree with what Brittany said and yourself, hiring the professionals to do it right. One of the biggest things that we found since we started this is don't be afraid to ask questions. There is a lot of, I won't say misinformation, but I don't think it's the complete story that's out there, and especially when it comes to alcohol and alcohol service and things like that. People don't realize that there are regulations involved, even if you chose to have it at your own home.
That's right.
One of the big things that I discussed on the weekend at the wedding show was the need for insurance coverage on your own facility.
Yep.
So if somebody was having it at their house and they're serving alcohol, are you covered under your homeowner's insurance for doing such things? If not, did you get the rider for doing that? And those types of questions. It was nice to see that the brides and grooms that were coming through on the weekend were asking those questions. And if they weren't asking them, we were educating them on those. So, like I said, ask. And as Brittany says, we're all networking together. We're all out here to make sure your event is the most enjoyable event you can have. So ask us, and if we don't know the answer, we'll find somebody that will be able to communicate with you so that you are informed and educated.
Absolutely. Well said. So to all the couples out there that are falling madly in love, because apparently everyone fell in love during COVID and wants to get married, please realize that we are we're extremely busy. Book your professionals early. There's, like I said, there's been such a scramble for certain dates this year. It's been unbelievable, and we can only do so much. And again, none of us want to sacrifice the quality of what we offer by spreading ourselves too thin. So you guys hang on while I bid everyone adieu, and I'll be right back to talk to you. So there you have it. That is our last one of our many series for those that are getting married or have an event. That was a 5-week series. Go back into YouTube and find our other ones. We've had other ones in the past as well that were also, we think, kind of cool. And we can you can learn a lot from there. So this will be replayed again. If you're watching this on Sunday at 11 o'clock, be sure to watch it on YouTube and subscribe to us and follow us and like us and all of those kind of things you need to do. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.